Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for April the 24th. I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign, so if you know your house system and astrology, you'll be able to get quite a bit of meat out of a quick little reading like this. If you just know your sun sign, you can get a little bit of information. And so we're just going to have a little bit of fun and see what kind of energy comes up today. Thank you guys very much for sharing some of your precious time with me today. I do appreciate it. All right, Aries, what do we have? Excuse me, Nine of Cups showing up in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse means that there's something that you thought you were going to be able to celebrate that is not actually working out the way that you planned it to. And so that celebration may be a little bit delayed. For a few of you, it may not happen for a long time, but for most of you, I feel like it's just going to be delayed by a couple of days or so, something around like that. Maybe a week, but probably just a couple days. Now, Taurus, you guys have the Queen of Cups showing up here. This tells me about somebody that you're interacting with today, Taurus. And a Queen of Cups is somebody who is very nurturing, very uplifting. She's very in touch with her emotions. She generally is able to tell about other people's emotions. And this may be somebody that you're going for advice to. This is somebody who tends to be a mother hen type of personality in whatever environment she finds herself in. And so this person also is highly empathic and intuitive generally. So this may be somebody that you're talking to. You may be bouncing some ideas off of this person. You may actually even be asking this person for some type of advice when it comes to some type of personal or emotional type of situation. Next up, Gemini. Emperor showing up. This is just telling me that you guys are taking control of your own life. Where you used to let other people make particular decisions for you, you are now making those decisions. Cancer. You guys have the Two of Wands showing up here. This just tells me that you do have some choices today. And well, at least one choice, but you have a lot of options, and all of those options are actually good options. It's just up to you to figure out which one do I want to move forward with, which one do I want to prioritize, and which ones do I want to sort of put back on the back burner for a little while. Next up, we're going to look at Leo. Leos, you guys have the Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is just telling me, Leos, that you want to be aware of somebody trying to talk you into getting on their side in something, getting on to their crusade. Because when we've got a Knight of Swords showing up, this is somebody who they are taking fast action to stand up for something they believe in. The problem is maybe they're acting a little too fast because they're not getting all the information around the situation. And so eventually they're going to end up realizing that and regretting this. You don't really want to be any kind of part of it because you don't want to regret it along with them. But also this person tends to look for a scapegoat or somebody else to blame for them going off half-cocked. So you want to avoid that situation as much as possible, Leos. Next up, we're looking at Virgo with the King of Cups showing up in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, excuse me. King of Cups in reverse is telling me about somebody who you're interacting with today who is incredibly unhappy about something, but you know, they're not throwing a fit, they're handling it in a very mature way. I don't know that they're necessarily unhappy about something that has to do with you directly, but I do think you're going to be hearing about whatever this is they're not happy about. And I'm going to say for 80% of you, this is somebody that's unhappy about something going on with somebody else, and they're kind of venting to you or talking to you about it. Maybe they're hoping that you'll be able to help amend the matter some way for some of you, but definitely I think this is for most of you, this is more of what I would call a spectator sport. You're getting an up close view of this, and most of you are not the recipient of that unhappiness. You are seeing this unfold. Okay, now let's see, who is that? Virgo. Next up, let's look at Libra. So Libra's 8 of Wheels showing up here. This just tells me that you are going to be working today, whether that's working for an employer, working for yourself, doing some work around the house, or doing some volunteer work, possibly even doing some inner work on yourself or psychological or spiritual work on yourself. But typically this card is more about actual tangible work happening. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpios, we have the Star card coming up in reverse. This is telling me that something that we were feeling hopeful about, we're coming to an understanding that things are not working out exactly the way we thought. And so it's time to sort of change expectations and adjust plans so that we can still reach our goal. We just might have to do it in a different way. Okay, so realizing that something is not working the way that we thought it would, and making those adjustments with the Star card in reverse. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, 3 of Cups. This just tells me you're going to be having some very pleasant time with friends today, Sagittarius. We like that. Next up is Capricorn. Death card coming up in reverse. Capricorn, there is something that you are hoping someone in your sphere of influence is going to change about themselves or about a situation that they're involved in. This card gives you the heads up, that's not happening. Nothing's changing there. It's staying the same. Next up, let's look at Aquarius. 10 of Swords in reverse, Aquarius. This talks to me about something that has caused a long-term source of conflict or of tension, and it's something that you thought was over and done with. This is that coming back up to be dealt with again. Okay. Next up, let's look at Pisces. Hanged Man for you, Pisces. This just means that you're taking some time to really look at things from all kinds of different angles so that you can make the best decision on it moving forward. Whoop, whoop. We like that. Best decision is always good. Thank you guys very much for being here. I appreciate all the feedback on the comments down below, all the shares and all the thumbs ups. And of course, I'm looking forward to working with some of you personally later on today. And the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.